Hey everyone! Welcome back to Story Hive. If you love diving into amazing tales, crazy confessions, and heartwarming moments from Reddit, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump into today's story. I nearly lost a testicle while my girlfriend ignored my calls for help, laughed at my pain, and blocked me so she could keep clubbing. Now she's begging for another chance. My girlfriend and I have been together for 5 years. We've been together since high school, and until recently I always considered her to be my future wife. I even bought a ring and was planning on proposing over the coming months. Last weekend, it was my girlfriend's best friend's birthday. She and her friends booked a private lounge at a club. Obviously, I didn't go since 1. I wasn't invited, and 2. I hate clubbing or anything associated with that. I was actually looking forward to spending an evening alone and just binging Netflix or something. My girlfriend left around 9:00 p.m. Around 11:00 p.m. I started to feel this distinct stomach pain, the same pain you experience when someone hits you in the nuts. It wasn't bad at first, and I just thought my body was playing some tricks on me. But in the span of about 5 minutes, the pain just kept getting worse until I was basically stuck in the fetal position on the couch. Initially, I thought the pain would go away, but then I pulled down my pants and felt like my right testicle was starting to swell. The moment I tried to get up and grab my phone to inspect whatever the hell was happening to me, I just collapsed to the floor. That was probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Imagine being pelted in the nuts over and over again. I did manage to crawl to the table next to the couch to get my phone. I immediately tried calling my girlfriend, but she declined my call. I then texted her that something was wrong and she should come home immediately. The club she went to is like a 5-minute walk from our apartment. I put the phone down and started throwing up because of the pain. After throwing up for like a minute, it felt like the pain started to cool down a bit, and I grabbed my phone again. That's when I saw her response. She just replied with, "What is it?" I tried calling her again, but as expected, she declined the call. I then texted her that I needed to go to the hospital. She then asked for what, and I just replied with, "My balls hurt." I then dialed emergency services. I explained my situation to the emergency responder, and she asked if there was somebody who could drive me to the hospital. I stupidly said yes, thinking my girlfriend would be home soon and drive me to the hospital. I felt embarrassed to call an ambulance because my balls hurt. After I told the emergency responder this, she said she would call me again in 10 minutes to make sure I was being driven to the hospital. I put down the phone and went back to vomiting on our carpet. After the pain went away for a bit, I checked my phone and saw that my girlfriend had responded with laughing images. I tried calling her again, but as expected, she declined the call. She texted me that this wasn't the time to play games and told me that if I texted or called her again, she would block my number. I tried calling her again, but she declined once more. When I tried calling her a second time, I realized she had actually blocked me. I went back to curling up on the floor and started shivering. At this point, I didn't care about being embarrassed and just called emergency services again and asked for an ambulance. It felt like an eternity, but the ambulance eventually came and rushed me to the hospital. I don't remember much of the surgery since I was sedated, but I remember waking up eventually and my right testicle was being stitched together. The doctor informed me that I had a testicular torsion and that I was extremely lucky to reach the hospital in time. I could have easily been forced to surgically remove my testicle. I checked my phone and saw the missed calls and messages from my girlfriend. In summary, she came home from clubbing, smelled the vomit in our apartment, and got mad. She tried searching the apartment to find me, and when she realized I wasn't there, only then did it hit her that I was actually being serious. I texted her which hospital I was staying in and my room number, then went to sleep. I woke up the next morning and saw my girlfriend sleeping on a couch next to my bed. After she woke up, she started bombarding me with apologies. She thought I was joking, trying to ruin their night, etc. I didn't have the energy to argue, so I just kept quiet. I was beyond hurt by what she did and wanted to break up with her then and there. Why the hell would somebody ignore messages where their partner is begging them to come home? Not only that, she stayed in the club until 3:00 a.m. and didn't even consider going home to check on me. She did stay with me in the hospital for the remaining 2 days I was admitted there and took good care of me, but I was still beyond pissed at her. Ever since coming home yesterday, I've been wanting to dump her. But at the same time, I feel like she genuinely thought I was joking and made a mistake. I feel conflicted and don't know how to proceed in this situation. What if I dumped her? Am I overreacting? How would you guys navigate this mess? Edit. Just to clarify, no, I never had an issue with her going out in the first place or have ever pulled pranks to get her to come home early from a night out. And by the way, thank you guys so much for the support. I'm beyond blown away. Comments. Poncho 254. This is a weird one. If someone texts me telling me they need to go to the hospital because their balls hurt, I'd think they were out of their mind. If they text me telling me they're in excruciating pain, vomiting on the floor and feeling like their balls are being repeatedly ripped from their body, I'd be there in minutes. Local record 777 NTA. Not walking a total of 10 minutes to check on your so after your texts is nuts, unless you've cried wolf before. Edit. I'm not insinuating it was a recurring event. I don't condone drunk driving. Walking to check on op was what I said and meant. Sedor Wind 8500. And even if she thought you were joking, you deserved a phone call. Your partner should be worried about you rather than thinking, why are you ruining my night? Have you ever done this before? She could have called to confirm something was or wasn't wrong. When you said hospital, I would really consider if you want to continue this relationship. She prioritized partying over a phone call in hospital, still blocked you, and was planning on yelling about the vomiting. I wish you well in your healing. Low Beams former paramedic here. Dude, when you're in that level of pain, don't call your girlfriend, call emergency services. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Oh, and NTA, but your GF is. They have a strong disconnect in communication styles. If they get married before figuring it out, they're going to blame each other. What is her communication style in this scenario? I don't think there's enough info on how they communicate. My wife absolutely would laugh at me if I said my balls hurt. If op has never had an emergency in this relationship, this can be an excellent moment for discussions. Op, she did stay by you and clearly feels awful about her initial reaction. You never need a reason to end a relationship. Jokes are well and good, but blocking is too far. Going forward, that also means when you are joking you need clarity on what's too far so blocking isn't required. NTA. Sorry someone cast testicular torsion on you. Update. First of all, I just want to thank all of you for the amazing support. It's been quite overwhelming, to be honest. I have so many unread messages, so please give me some time. I promise I'll respond to all of them. I would like to clear up some misconceptions brewing in the comments section of my last post. No, I have never pulled any malicious pranks on my girlfriend to get her to come home early from a night out or anything. Neither do I have an issue with her going out as long as she doesn't come home at like 6:00 a.m. No, I've never blown up her phone while she was out with friends. We usually go out together since we share the same friend groups. Here are her messages from WhatsApp in order. Since people thought I just texted her my balls hurt, me declined my first 2 calls. Her, please come home, something is wrong. Her, can't talk right now, what is it? Me, tried calling her again, I need to go to the hospital. Her, what? Me, again tried calling her twice, My balls hurt, please come now, something is wrong. Her laughing images. Me tried calling her again, blocked. That's pretty much the gist of it. We talked extensively once I was home. I think she genuinely made a mistake and didn't take me seriously at first. I haven't broken up with her. Instead, we're going to couples counseling. I feel like I need to work on my communication, as do I think she needs to realize that not all texts or calls should be ignored. If we can't fix things, then we'll go our separate ways. Thanks for tuning in to today's Reddit story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing stories. See you next time.